Hi guys! Got my summer one new release items today, and I threw some makeup on real quick so that I can give you the much needed review so you guys can decide if you want to acquire this stuff as well. And so I bought a little too much, but we're going to blame that on the quarantine. At least that's what I told my husband. So let's dive right into it. I am going to start off with this statement necklace that was what I was really excited for because it was stunning in the pictures. I want to show you first though, and it is the McKenna statement necklace, but I wanted to show you, if I can, I'm unclasping it here, sorry. And it is in the lilac, the new shell, the lilac abalone. This is super lightweight, super lightweight. And there's some actual design differences that I'm noticing. One, the clasp, let's try to get it if I can, the best that I can, is different. I'm not doing it justice right now, if you can see that. It is a different shape now. Not like our regular shape that we're used to with the hook. Besides the shells being lightweight, which I would expect since they are shell and not stone, the metal itself feels different to me. It doesn't feel, sorry, allergies are on point in California. The metal itself doesn't feel normal. And I am not one to look for a negative when it comes to Kendra Scott. However, I will give my honest opinion. And I don't know if you remember as a little girl, if you would go get the little fake necklaces and it would be that like gold paint on plastic, little round hook chains. That's what this is feeling to me. It doesn't even feel like real metal. It's very bizarre. Nothing that I've ever felt or experienced. The whole thing in itself is super lightweight. And then also and I'll try it my best, and I will also try to insert pictures as well. But the metal itself, if I can capture, it's a different kind of gold color. It's not even, it's like a darker gold. It's an odd color to me in person. I don't know if this is typical for all of them or if I got a defuncted piece. I don't know, but I was super excited about this. This is the one thing that I was really looking forward to, and I'm not feeling it so much. And here we go. So the inspiration that Kendra explained was butterfly wings. And here it is on. And I love a good statement. That's another thing. You girls know that I love a good statement. But I am not going to give it a strong yay on this one. I think I'm going to do a nay. Especially for the price point on this, along with the design issues that I brought up. And just the overall look on a woman of my stature, I'm not really fond of it. So I am going to move on to the other pieces though. So let's see that. So I'm back with now the ivy. And here are the ivy studs. There's tiny little things. I have them here on my first holes to give a perspective on what it would be for those who preferred just to wear a single small stud. And then here I have the ivy as a linear along with the stud next to it. And this is how I would wear it if I was going to wear both of them. My ear's a little red because I usually don't put my earrings in my second holes that often anymore. So it was a little struggle today for you guys. I also have the linear on the card. My personal feeling about this new Ivy linear, I like the Gwyneth better that she just put out. It's a little bit bigger, a little more statement for me. This is very simple, sleek for those. Perfect for everyday wear, especially if you're clerical on the phones a lot, that'd be great. But it doesn't really fancy my boat per se, as I like a good statement piece. But it's neither a yay or a nay for me. It's just kind of a middle of the road. The studs are nice if you are a person that likes really small, petite, or a person who always wears earrings in multiple holes. Not me so much. I tend to just wear it in my first holes. So I think for me, it's a pass. But they are really cute. So I do encourage those who are into that type of an earring to maybe pursue it. It doesn't hurt. Again, Kendra Scott has a phenomenal customer service. Order it, take a look at it. Free returns if you don't like it. So you really can't go wrong there. All right, off to the next. So with this video, I decided I wanted to try to do a little more side-by-side comparisons with especially the earrings. So that way you guys could get a perspective on hoops, statement, studs. So that's why I'm going with the flow on this one in this course with wearing 2 different types in each ear. We are now venturing onto the hoops, and I do have the Ivy in one. I had to remember which ear it was. Ivy, and here is the Margo hoop. The Ivy is just 1 stone piece, and the gold itself is more brushed appearing to me in person. And here is the other side hoop on the earring card. And you can see it has more of a brushed effect. And like the earring card says, backwards to you guys, it is featherweight. So it is nice. The Margo, that has several stone options on it, is a little bit more heavier and more shinier of a gold. I do like the color combinations with multiple stones than just one singular for me. That's my personal preference. I do want to show you though, what was interesting to me, and I don't know if it's just because I happen to get both of them and maybe different manufacturers or vendors. And I don't know if the camera's going to pick this up, but the gold is different. One to me is more shiny, typical gold. The other, this is your typical gold. This one to me is more of that yellow gold. And it doesn't appear to be really picking that up on camera as you see it in person. They're both nice. Again, I'm a statement girl. I'm always going to repeat that. I like statements. I like it a little bit bigger. I think I would go something more with this. The feel to it is equivalent to a Danielle, so it's not too heavy in my opinion, and it's definitely wearable. Maybe somewhere in between an L and a Danielle. I don't have a weight to weigh it to give you the exact weight measurements between those size variations, but that's my feeling of someone who wears both Danielles and L's. So here we go. One last chance. Now this is what I was super excited about. This was the one that I just knew I'm just going to buy every color of stone piece available option. I just wanted it. I just fell in love with it on the models, and that is the Margo statement. This one is the blue wood in silver. This one is your lilac in gold. Now here's the surprising thing. I do love it. It is a yay, but it's only a yay in the lilac for me. I think it's gorgeous. I love it. It's going to be very versatile. It's a great statement piece. The blue to me is just a wash. And as you can see, I'm even wearing a blue top. It doesn't stand out. They're nice. They're not too heavy. Again, comparable to a Danielle. I think that if you are a Danielle person or equivalent, you'll really like these. These are definitely worth the money, and I definitely suggest them. And here is the blue wood on the earring card. And I'm going to try my best. I don't want to hurt it, but the back is where the prongs are. So, and then here is the lilac. And that lilac is really stunning. To me, it seems like one of those abalone shells your grandpa came with, and it's got all those really beautiful hues of purple, more so than the other shells that he would bring home that had more green or blue. I just feel like it's more of picking out those shells with the natural purple, and that's something that I really do adore. I don't feel like it's a manipulated shell stone so much as we've seen before with the bleached abalone and some of the, like the crushed and everything like that. I feel like it stays true to the abalone patterns with those natural purple variations. So I really do like it. It's a stunning piece. All right, off to the next. So the next piece is not an earring right now. It is the Margo necklace, and this one is in lilac again. And I wish that, there we go, we could pick up the pretty purples in it a little more. This is a really nice solid piece. It is kind of heavy as far as the pendant itself goes, because if you see, it's fully wrapped on the back, which is kind of nice because this is up against your body. So it's going to be nice. You won't get so sweaty wearing the stone, the shell piece. And let's put it on. I haven't put it on yet, so this is a first for me too. I'm going to see what it looks like. Now, I do like this. This is nice. And this is a nice layering piece. And sometimes I do feel like there's either small or big. And this to me seems a little more on the medium size. So I could even go a little bit lower with this necklace, with an Elisa, with a Devlin. So we can have different variations, or a Ray or a Reed, whatever fancies your boat for that longer necklace. So I do feel like there is variations. I did get the McKenna too, which in the equivalent to your smaller, maybe a Elisa, I guess would be kind of it. Yeah, I mean, not the same shape, of course. Let's see how that looks with this, because that would be the higher, the more smaller layering piece that I would look towards in a typical Elisa. The dang tag got hit, stuck. So here we go. I want to make sure I have it. I'm just going to go higher up. Here doesn't want to go there. Now, see, that is nice. I actually like these two together from the summer collection. I actually don't think that I would do an Elisa. I think the shape would be a little too oval to match nicely with this. So for this, I do like these pieces together to layer. Very nice. Of course, this is very lightweight. Even the center stone, this is seafoam. I got this one in. Seems a little bit lighter than some Elisas that I have. So this is a little bit heavier, but it feels very comfortable. And I think it's all due to the metal backing, how it's fully encased, which is nice. Ooh, this is a happy thing, because I wasn't really sure how I would feel about it. Online in the pictures, it didn't really scream me. And I always tell you guys this. Sometimes I find the stuff that I'm really super excited about gets to me and it's a dud. But then the stuff that I'm like, I'm just still going to try it, end up being some of my favorite pieces. So I'm not always confident on judging how I am going to like a piece until I get it in my hands and see it for person. So let's try the next ones. Okay, so now we're off to this statement ring, and that's the Margo statement ring. And this is a stunning beauty. This is in sea foam. Oops, and my camera for some reason is having a hard time focusing. It's a stunning, stunning color combination. And I do like taking two different textures or two different colors and combining them. I think it's great. It's another way to add that next level to any statement piece. It's a beautiful ring. But there's one little drawback. The largest size that she offers is a size 8, and it doesn't fit. And although it will fit on my pinky, a ring of this nature, in my opinion, deserves to be here, here, or here. So that is the one drawback to her rings, is that they don't have a variety of sizes to fit all body types. And it's a bummer, but if you fit in a 6, 7, or 8, I think that this is definitely a ring that you want. It's nice and heavy. It's a gorgeous ring, and I think the price point is fair for this type of a ring. So off to the next. So I am back with the metal options on the summer first release, and that's with the Kira. And I got it in silver because that's a color that I tend to wear most. And I got the earrings on here, and they got some weight to it. Again, I'd say about a Danielle weight. And then I have the necklace. Now the necklace has this shiny along with the brush, which is kind of cool to give it a different effect. And again, like I said, I do like the different textures, colors for statement necklaces. However, I'm not a fan on how this is sitting on me. And it's really kind of how the first necklace was with the lilac, and which is this McKenna right here. I just don't think it, for someone like me, it's sitting very well. And it's not a piece that can be layered. It really is a statement piece, so it's a piece meant for itself. But it is a beautiful piece. It does have some weight to it. It is pretty heavy, but it's smooth and it fits well. So it's not uncomfortable. I know that some pieces can be heavy and uncomfortable, or like you're sweating, but I don't feel like where I'd be sweating and making it all gross throughout the day. So, and the shape I know is based off a butterfly wing. However, this reminds me of the Doritos commercial where they used the Dorito chip as a boomerang. And I think it was one of the Super Bowl commercials back in the day, a few years ago. So every time I look at this shape as far as it in metal, it's reminding me of that. And I'm not so sure if that's the piece that I would really go for in the end. So it's beautiful, and it might be just one of those pieces that I would have bought and just have it sit there. And then every time I go to grab for it, I'm reminded of the commercial. So, but it is nice. And if you're a person that likes just to go with metal pieces and forego so much of the shininess with stones or whatnot, then I would definitely recommend this. All right. So I'm back with two other pieces in the Margo series, and that is the Margo cuff, which I know a lot of people were super, super stoked to see. And I have it in the lilac combination and gold, but it doesn't fit. And I would hate to pull this to manipulate it because of the placement of the stones. There are some cuffs that you can, squeeze the metal just out a little bit just to manipulate it enough to feel and fit right. This is a really thick, heavy metal cuff. And I'm not sure that I would want to risk that. It's a beautiful cuff. It absolutely is gorgeous if you have the right wrist. And so this is going in the pile with the ring. Back to Kendra Scott, which goes to my other piece in the Margo series. The choker. I got this in, obviously, the silver with the blue wood because I was really wanting to see that blue wood because I do have some vintage older wood stones. You can't really call it a stone because it's wood, but wood pieces, and I have them in Allison shapes. And so they're fun. Again, different textures with different colors. Something I do like. It's something different. This one, though, is... Now, don't come for me. Everything that I say in my videos are my opinions, my review, my assessments, and I'm entitled to them. And you may have your own, so everyone in YouTube world, don't come for me on this, but it reminds me of laminate flooring, where you have this really pretty kind of looking wood in a certain color, but then when you really look at it, it's like just like a sheet of paper with a whole bunch of lacquer or something of that nature on top. So I'm disappointed in the stone itself. And then here's another point. Just like our lovely cuff here, it's not meant for everybody. I'm sure that it would be okay if I did bend it to manipulate it to get it around my neck, but I'm pretty sure by the time I got it around my neck, I wouldn't be breathing and EMS would be called. So I'm not recommending it for a BBW woman. And it is a little disappointing because I was kind of really looking forward to this because it's a different piece. It's something a little bit more exciting than just a chain. This is a fixed choker type of a necklace. And I used to wear a lot of these in the early days, back in the mid-90s. I'm not dating myself at all, but so it's a nay on necklace, sizing, and the wood itself, and especially it really does kind of show those points for me on this particular necklace. The earrings, it didn't show so much on the Margo statement earrings. I felt like you could get away with that fact, but on this necklace, it just seems like lacquered piece of paper. And so this is going with the ring and the cuff with my receipt back in a beautiful box back to Kendra Scott. And it's disappointing because I love the brand, but we also have to understand too, she makes thousands upon thousands of designs throughout a year, and she's trying to accommodate everybody. And when that means everybody's tastes, sizes, preferences. So not everything is going to A, catch your eye, B, gonna fit. And that's okay. And that's fine because she has plenty of other stuff. Let's get off to the next one. This is exactly why I keep telling everybody, get it, even if it doesn't really speak to your heart, because you just may not know if that's the piece that you'll be wanting to wear all the time. I am not big on the cutesy heartsies line that she has been putting out lately, or just in general. I'm not one of those. But I got these Sofie heart earrings just to try them out for you all, to give a review and see how they are. And I really kind of thought they were going to be a little bit smaller. But holy moly tololies. Let's get this hair out of the way. My poor ears are going through it with the changes of the earrings in and out. Here's gold. Here's silver. And hello, I like it. I can see myself putting my baseball cap on and going to my son's game, rooting from the sideline, wearing these. These are great fun, everyday pieces. I love the size, not too small, not too big. Actually, it kind of takes me back to the days when I would go to the county fair wearing a baseball hat and my big hoop, off-brand Claire's type of earrings, silver earrings in the mid-90s. But this I love. And the thing that I love about this earring, and this is a new, not a new design, but a design that I have always loved. I love how it is designed into the ear in a sense. So see how it's not a full heart, because this part goes into your ear and it ends up being like the heart's going right through your ear in a sense. And this is a design that I do really dig a lot. And I would love for her to do her logo like this. She has one like that, and that's the vintage Incas. And I do have that, but it would be cooler if she did like a smaller, thinner metal logo like this. I would, the places we could go with that. And she also has to do it in gold, silver, rose gold, gunmetal. Okay, let's go right there. Why aren't you doing this in gunmetal? Calling you out, Kendra. I want this in gunmetal too now. Now that I realize I do like this and this is my new jam, I would like to see summer 3 gunmetal, please. I'll take 3, 2, 3. Kids in the quarantine, man, and having to teach, my brain's fried at this time of the day, and it's later for me, so. I'm actually surprised I've been quiet this long, and you guys haven't heard them. These are my new go-to. I love, I adore. I think if you're into it, please do. If you got the huggy versions, please do. I think this is something that every Kendra Scott collector, it's going to be a staple piece that you should have in your collection. So this is a happy accident, I call them. I was getting it just to review for you guys, and now this is in my keep pile that is currently hidden behind some clothes so that my husband doesn't see it. So, victim of the quarantine. It's a quarantine. Like I said, it's a quarantine. That is all the pieces I scored for you guys on the summer 1st release that just happened 2 days ago. So I hope that my review and my perspective on these pieces helped you make some decisions on your own. And as always, don't be hesitant to purchase it because you can return it. At the end of the day, if it doesn't work out for you, just like this cuff, that Margo ring, that necklace, it's going back and it's a free return. And that's why we love Kendra Scott. She stands behind her customers and her brand. So I hope that you guys are all faring well. And I am so glad to see that a lot of us can start going back to work and getting back to normal lives after this whole COVID pandemic crisis. And I just hope that you all have been safe and healthy with your loved ones. Peace.